which you can only describe as essentially trail clothes, like the fairly mundane traveling garb, with like a brown bandana on her hair, green eyes, and she, in her hands, she is clutching like a walking stick, but she's clearly clutching it like a weapon. You don't look like brigands, but you're not wearing the uniforms. Who are you? Who sent you?
We were sent by the Lord. Well, I'm just left his employer was making him some armor, but he sent me along with this lot to make sure they don't all die. I'm also on a bit of a search myself, but we are all with them. We've got a cart back there. If you've got any wounded, we can help them.
There's children, but they're in shock. I don't know how you can. She's kind of taken aback.
Why don't you come on out? We won't hurt you. And he kind of lifts his axe off his shoulder and kind of offers it to you. Says, "Here, I'll even give you this. You know, just so you know, I'm sincere."
Like your axe?
Yeah, I'm offering you my axe.
Is it like a two-handed axe, or?
It's a one-handed axe, but probably a bit beefier given that it is for a dwarf rather than a human.
She will slowly come out, still in the, like, I'm ready to smack you over the head with my stick. But yeah, she will swing the door open and come out.
So, as the door opens fully, the rest of you see this young lady step out from within the stone building. She looks exhausted. She looks like she's had one hell of a night. Just for a recap, because I may have accidentally muted everyone at the very start. So the group have arrived at the town, taken out the Ungors that were pillaging and destroying the rest, saved the 3 women from their torment, and now they have just found their newest member of their party. As the door opens, you're here, you're talking. I'm not acting for you. You're a PC.
Hey, you said it yourself. We were muted. It's fine. we could have taken the ruse, but no.
It's right. There was only 15 minutes of people watching my webcam, going, "Why can't we hear anything?" It's fine. It's fine.
Good job.
Professional streaming.
Yeah. Come to the dumbass class for professionality. I won't let you down. So, as this young lady steps forwards, Reese pipes up, seeing quite a pretty lady exiting the stone building. Can, as you step out, Carla, can the rest of you give me a perception test with a +10?
So a +20 then.
Yes.
Bloody elves.
Oh, is that
Jesus Christ?
Ragnar as well, or?
Yeah, you're
I'm
just
too
flat.
focused on the
Sorry, no. So for the elves from now on, always add your bonus unless I specifically say not to. For everyone else who isn't an elf, you're just rolling perception with a +10. So, Casper and Aurelia and Ragnar, you have no idea that this has happened. You didn't see it coming. As Carla exits out into the daylight, stepping away from the door. Carla, Carla, can you give me a test as well?
Perception?
Yes, with a +10.
Okay.
As Carla gets out of the doorway and steps out into the new day's sun, she quickly turns round as Ragnar, you didn't see him. You followed Miss Carla, and there's a cry as you are struck. Well, no, hang on, I should make him... Oh, actually, never mind. A child comes screaming out of the doorway with a spear in hand, aiming for your gut. He trips over. His exhausted body just can't take the rush of adrenaline as the spear sticks in the ground, and he just slams into the ground. He crawls forwards to one of the women who is catatonic on the floor, who one of you has tried to cover, but grabbing rags and what you can to assist the women. The young lad just lost his mind. And his weapon. So, good job I rolled that.
Hans, bring out the spear. The heavy spear.
But for Reese, for Blackhand, for Livia, you all heard the child as Carla moved out of the doorway. You saw the child's small, glazed over eyes peering out the darkness as the glint of the sunlight is off of his spear tip, and he charged out. But as I said, he's kind of... He fucked up.
Magness would probably, if Magness had anything to say, she would start body blocking the child just in case.
Just watch it happen.
He's crawling.
Let it happen.
Now that his weapon hit the ground,
You know the track record this fucking elf has. Magness would probably be doing that.
It has only been 7 people and 4 childs. It's fine.
It's not fine.
Sure, we need to make it a nice round 5, okay?
If you have to
Exactly.
keep count, then it's not fine.
The child reaches his mum. You now know it's his mum as he cries out. As he cries that he protected everyone. He stayed where he was told. He wasn't bad. It's okay. Starts to shake his mum, but he is just, well, this moment in time gone. For those of you who did say that they actually assisted, which I believe was Casper, Livia, I definitely heard you two say that you went to assist. You currently are looking after the other 2 women who are still more with it. They're crying, like the other woman is just face down on the floor, gibbering, dribble coming out of her mouth, like long stare, whereas the other 2 are more with it. They understand that, help is here. They're more crying out of what they've just been through and that it's over. You're able to assist them to the carts fairly easily.
Really was also helping the woman. She gave one a dagger and the other one a glove.
Ah, okay. They reject your weapons immediately. They're
No. I mean, if one of the women was like angrily trying to stab at one of the Ungars, I would give her my dagger. Is what I mean.
No. They're ones. Yeah. No, they're not.
Okay.
Right now, they're probably in shock. So.
Yeah. Massive shock. So one of them is wearing a cloak, laid over by Livia. As a couple of minutes pass, you're able to, ease her over to the cart, where the waiting driver seeing that you were successful, opens up the back of the cart and brings out other towels and other blankets and such.
Are any of them wounded?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. They have cuts, claw marks all over their bodies. The blood is running profusely from between their legs. They have black eyes. Some have missing teeth. They have been brutalized to an extent which is abominable.
Livia would try to take care of the wounds as best she can. You know, just basic first aid.
Sure.
Disinfect the
Give
wounds.
me a. I'm just wondering now, from their perspective. Actually, I'll roll for it because it seems a little bit. Well, so neither of them want to be touched. As you get them into the wagon and you try to see to their wounds, they just no. They just start screaming and crawling into the corner of the carriage. They will not allow you to tend to them at this time. The other one you can do to technically freely because she won't resist. The young boy. The young boy is resistant to leaving his mum, but he allows any healing to be done.
Okay. Fuck.
That's gone well.
Yeah, I'll fortune that.
Sure.
Well,
Accidentally killed the boy's mum in front of me.
Oh god!
Oh my
I
god.
Don't
try
worry.
not to, you know, the learning experience.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. This here, I'm gonna.
Hey!
It's medicine. Gives her poison.
It's like, I need salt, lots of salt. Just cover her in salt.
Oh god.
No, but you quickly go to your possessions. You take out a poultice. So remove one poultice from your stash. As you break it down and apply it to several small scratches and to other cuts across her body, her mind will need more than simple healing herbs to heal, but with some assistance you are able to get her into the wagon and laid down.
Wasn't Rowley told about the tracks?
No, I
Weren't
haven't
you
seen
the
anyone.
one who spotted the tracks?
No.
Nope,
No,
that was
was
me.
to focus on the woman.
It's at this point that there's noise going on, that you're talking about getting the women to the wagon, handing out blankets where needed, that the other children who were able to hold themselves together slowly snap out of it, hearing the sounds of normality. Help. They slowly begin to carry other children, lead others down the staircase, and you soon find that there's about 6 other children who have survived this ordeal.
Huh.
After tending to the wounded, because that was kind of her priority, Via would go to Aurelia's side and tell her about the tracks she saw. That there seemed to be more beastmen. Hopefully out of earshot from the children.
Rowley move over to the tracks and she's gonna see if she can follow the trail to basically scout out where they went and if they're close by. So let's see if this works. Yes.
Okay, so after the trail has been pointed out to you, You scout a little bit away from the hamlet. You follow the trails and you can clearly see the direction that they go. It is kind of odd as you look at the countryside that they're moving up. It doesn't look natural. It looks as if perhaps there was a road here once. The area is just so flat and the trail leads up into the hills that you can clearly see the cloven hooved imprints on the ground. They definitely went up there, and you believe you can follow the trail as far as, well, you think perhaps to their camp, maybe as long as the ground stays the same.
I'll return to the group. I think I may have found their camp. I say we go there and kill all of those filthy monsters. And then we
Good
go back to
idea.
our way.
Yeah. Might be best to hunt them down now.
So, as the children are placed in the cart, 2 carts were brought. You only went in one, or your group only went in one. After taking all the children and the wounded women, the cart driver leaves, leaving 1 cart there. He brings his cart further into the hamlet, and looks to where Livia and Aurelia are pointing out the trail. His cart probably won't go up there. You could try if you want, or you can go on foot. It's up to you.
Probably best not. Just in case we need to flee, it'd be better if we can get back here on foot and then flee by a cart rather than bring the cart and risk it being destroyed in difficult terrain or rough terrain.
So if the group is happy with that,
Yep.
you make your
don't
way.
have.
I know it's going to be a bit of a pain for the dwarves, but
So long as you don't leave us in your dust when you're running away.
actually, is there a like a miniature cart around here?
No. The only carts that you can see are the ones that you brought, which are quite big troop transport carts. There are a couple of little wagons in the town, but they've clearly been just destroyed or used as cover, and wheels have been split in 2, and you could repair one, but it would take at least an hour, maybe 2.
I'm not a woodsman by trade, or a carpenter, so probably not. Unless anyone else is.
No, you've got Smith, but
No,
Got
no.
people good with metal, not so much with wood.
I can tell stories. That doesn't really help us, but I can.
I'm also more a metal dude.
so you decide to go on foot. You look around quickly to see if there's any livestock that could ease your travel, but there's nothing. So you head out.
If we're going, then I would be on the lookout for any secret signs that might be along the road.
Okay.
Because I know the secret signs of the rangers. So people of the woods, so like woodsmen, hunters, that kind of thing.
So currently,
Or people
So-
with the wilds?
There probably wouldn't be any as you make your way. This is so for anyone who has seasoned traveler or storyteller or anything to do with lore. You can use Imperial lore or Reichspiel lore. Roll it flat, but seasoned traveler, storyteller, that will all add their bonuses.
So common knowledge empire, or
Yes, common knowledge empire. Apply your
Okay,
bonuses,
I already have my seasoned traveler in.
but I will
have
be
law.
I will be applying negatives after you've rolled. So I'll be taking
Oh,
away some of
okay.
your degrees because it's not
Would-
common knowledge.
Common knowledge elf.
No, that
I
wouldn't.
have law if that counts.
So if you have common knowledge elves, you just don't know about the Empire enough yet. So you could roll with a -20. You can just put your minuses straight in there, because this would be very specific to this region.
Okay, seasoned traveler, common.
Wait, so would I be able to roll law then, or?
Law, I was thinking about that. You can't roll law, but because you live in this region, Reese, you can roll essentially your intelligence, which would be common law, Reichspiel, but you get a +30 because you lived around here. You know more than the group.
There's a reason you picked me up.
Ah,
You do
goddamn.
So the red dot
I
that
lost
is on the map.
one.
How much intelligence? Jesus.
The red
Smart
dot
boy.
on the map is where the hamlet is. I forgot to add it on. So
Oh.
let
Oh,
me
wow.
have a quick think. So for actually, okay. So Carla, with 1 degree of success, you've travelled, but there is a negative around here, a negative to this. You know that there are ruins all round this region. That's common. You know that. But you know specifically that there are ruins up in these hills. And as you look at the ground and you're walking along, you're following the trail now, you see that the road, that this is not a hill, a mountain path. This was once a road which has been covered over time by silt that has been brought down, or mud and shit, detritus from the hills as it's rained, and covered it over hundreds of years. But it still has that manufactured flat path that you're walking up. You know that there are ruins up here. For the rest of you, Reese, you also know that there are ruins around here. You know this because the Lord basically told you. You heard him talk about the ruins of where what did in the book he was called the Dancing Prince, so the supposed ruins of where the Dancing Prince's mansion was. For nope, the rest of you don't pass. That's fine.
Yeah. Damn it.
So there are no signs up here. You wouldn't have seen, and because you're going into the hills, it's not very wooded. Although you've probably heard rumours that the Lord's Manor had lush gardens a long time ago. But there wouldn't be any like woodsman or hunter trail marks or anything like that.
Sorry, you cut out. Pardon?
No, I finished talking.
Ah. It did. On my end, it almost sounded like Discord cut you off for whatever reason. Look, this Discord has been acting really iffy for
Yeah,
the
it
last
has.
week.
It has.
It really has, yeah.
Yeah.
Server issues. Yay!
So two of you know that there are ruins in the hills where you're currently going. It's going to take you about half an hour of following the trails. Want to inform your party of what you know? By all means. If not, then
I assume there still are no sort of secret signs.
no. It's pretty barren. It's almost scrubland as you are coming up through these very barren hills. But after half an hour of following the trail, you see that the trail of the beastmen swings off. And as you watch, you see that it looks like the road swings round as well, or this mountain path, whatever you're coming up. Some of you know that this is just an old ruined road that's been covered with silt. It would have been much bigger if you get rid of all the detritus. And as you come round the corner, there's too many of you with good perception. You would hear the sounds. You would hear the noises of beastmen crying in the distance.
Crying?
In revelry.
Like
in
war cries,
anger.
I think.
Ah, yes, okay. Sorry.
In revelry, in anger. For those of you who have the sounds on, you can hear them. There's the sounds of crying and whimpering and squealing of humans, women in pain. As you move ever closer, slowing down your pace, keeping lower to the ground, you see the ruins come into sight. You see trees and a great orchard come out of almost nowhere of this scrubland up here. You see two small ponds that have accumulated around the ruins, and the ruins are quite grand as far as ruins go. As we bring you over to our combat map. Please go down to the bottom left-hand corner, and you'll see a small patch of light. A small patch of beautiful,
That's
beautiful
not bottom
light.
left corner.
That's right.
Bottom right corner. I'm dyslexic, leave me be.
I was like, where's the light?
It's a genuine dyslexic thing, and I do carry up to the...
It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, this.
I'm
It's
in
okay.
there too. This. Don't worry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
same.
I've accepted my flaws and weaknesses, and I know them to be great things. So yes, place your token in the area provided.
Instinctively went to place Billy Bob's token.
Do it. Do it, you coward.
Suddenly, a halfling appears in the group.
Where is that guy?
Is that dwarf be not going on a diet?
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yeah, who's this blue guy?
What the heck?
Ow!
Did I not sort someone's token out?
Did everyone just disappear?
No.
I mean, I heard someone joining on Discord, but
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, the tokens disappeared for me.
Otherwise-
I return to you now at the turn of the tide.
1, 2. So for this map, we will try to keep tokens in the path. Don't have them inside of the trees. If one of your squares goes into the tree, that's fine. But you should try and keep 3 of them out of the greenery. If it's a very small path, you can squeeze through. It uses up twice as much movement if you... So there's an area at the top of your map here. That's a squeeze area. Whereas this area here, you can walk through fine. Also, roll me initiatives for all of you.
Oh dear.
So please click on your token and make sure your token is selected. And then roll your initiatives.
Way.
Carla, damn it. No. Yes,
You'll
Carla.
get there eventually.
Can you please remember
Wow! I
to
rolled
put
a one.
Magness down as well?
I rolled one off my best, and I'm still the slowest.
I rolled a 1 and I'm still first in the initiative. What the fuck?
Not
Okay.
quite. I might be before
1,
you.
2, 3.
I have more agility than you, so.
Can we get a Magness put down and initiative rolled?
Oh yes, of course. I forgot. He's still a thing.
We'll need to remember that now. It'd be a little bit
Here
different.
we find the death.
So, as our large group of heroes moves in closer to the ruins, preparing themselves and their
Did
weapons.
I roll? Yeah, I rolled the same initiative.
They can hear the sounds of beastmen. They can hear the sounds of screaming and crying women. And it's at this point that they begin to see more of their map. This is going to be a little bit odd. Certain areas you can go through the trees. It uses up 3 times the amount of movement that you can move through the trees.
Ooh.
But it's a sacrifice. If you want to move through the trees, you've got to pay a large amount of movement. As for the elves, this is not a cared for forest. This is just ramshackled. As you look through, you can see there are bramble bushes growing in, and there are other obstructions to your path. Sadly, I'm not going to show you everything. Just in case I want to do something. You can, of course, see down. But you are going to the top right hand corner. I did it again.
So this is the path back, basically?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And you can hear the noises coming up from... didn't have the thingy selected. You can hear them coming up from here.
What's this over here? Is that water?
And over there. Yes, the water, the blue is water. It appears to be some sort of pond. You're not sure why it's around the ruins, though.
I don't know what the ruins are, so...
You can see them, at the very least, from where you are. It appears to be some very fine stone buildings that have fallen into massive disrepair. There's almost a guard post with a tower and a much larger than the map will allow stone building. So, whoever's token this is, by all means, go forth.
Which?
I'm going to be moving half move here, and I'm gonna look around.
Okay, essentially, you won't need to do perception tests at the minute. If you want to look around, you basically need to move into an area that you can't see at the moment. So I will reveal a little bit of the map. You can see that you're looking at more, but there's not much here. Where you're looking down and pointing, it just leads into a very tightly overgrown area. So is that all you're going to do, or do you want to... Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all you see. So that's your turn. You can hear the sounds. To the north of you, you can hear the sounds of beastmen.
Okay, because unless I can see the tracks where they went, I'm just gonna try to move.
There are tracks all the way around here. Leading up both sides, you can see tracks. You can see heavy tracks. I'll give you both coming and going.
Gotcha. Okay, but for now, that's all I can do.
Righto. So, Livia.
I'll full move in front of Magness.
Sure.
There.
Okay. Someone that you can't see. Magness.
Right. Which one of you was Magness?
The one with the hat.
I know which one of your sheets was Magness. I
Ah.
meant. Where is your move characteristic for? Magness is gonna go. Goddamn it! Like ruler. Thank you. This way.
Righto. Claire. Carla. God damn it.
It's canon now. It's Claire.
It's not. She's not.
I don't know why I do this. There are just some names that my brain just doesn't accept it.
Look, I'm still debating what kind of character she's gonna be. Okay, it's just fine.
Just gonna change her name to Claire. Because some voice in the
No.
back of her head keeps telling her to.
No.
So is that your full move?
Yes, that is both of my. Wait, that is my move is 4, so that's my half move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Full move
I
should
see no
be
problem
12.
running ahead of the. I see no point in running ahead of the group with either, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep them bunched up.
Reese. You're up, sir. You can see Beastman tracks leading to the north. To the south is where you've come from. Yeah, to the south is where you've come from. You want to
that's
go
where
north.
I've come from, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, he knows. He's just totally leaving us out. He's just like, fuck you guys. I'll see you back at court. Or not.
So, Reese, as you move up on... If you choose to move that direction, where it gets really tight... let me get my... On this square
I'm
here,
running through
it will
about
take...
half speed.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wait, does this take half speed then?
No, where you
Yeah,
are
that's
now,
alright.
no. That's perfectly fine. It's just this corner here. That's twice. So it'd be, I think it's 2 squares, so it'd be 4. Wait.
So about there, yeah?
Yep.
That's my full move then.
Okay. So I had to change some of the options, because for some reason it went back to feet. I don't know why. It wasn't meant to be. So, Casper, you are up.
There you go. Make my rotation time.
Okay. So, you hear the sounds of beastmen in revelry, the cries of excited bulls and livestock. It's a bizarre sound to be hearing coming from, in some ways, a beautiful place covered in greenery and fruiting, or near trees that are growing fruits. And then you hear a monstrous cry, a howl from... For those of you who have heard bulls get branded, this is a thing of nightmares, but the sound is at least familiar. More revelry and excitement, more screaming from women, more cries and howls as beastmen appear to be enjoying themselves in a disgusting way. Blackhand, you're up. Everyone is moving north.
North.
Yeah, north. Up the page.
I will run, which means I can get to there.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Ragnar.
Oh, I finally get to move.
You certainly do.
What's my move again? It's 3. Say
It's
that was
3, 6, 3 for a half move, 6 for a full move, or 9 for a run. Is it 9 for a run, or is it 4 times? What was 12? For a
9
run?
for a run. 3 move, 6 charge, 9 run.
Okay.
I'm probably just going to run all the way as I see people leisurely walking away from me.
You can't go through, so you're allowed to share 1 square out of your 4. I allow.
Oh, it's 4 squares. Sorry.
Yeah, each person's 4. It's so that when you go up against rats and small creatures, you are, you're not the same size tokens.
I'll go there then. That's my full move.
Sure. On the start of a new turn, Casper, you hear a voice in your head. So, struggler, what will you choose? I'm waiting to hear your decision. Will you live, or will you be yet another corpse to the pile? Aurelia, it's your turn. There's no ill effects, Casper. You just hear that voice in your mind.
Half move.
Okay.
Look around. What do my eyes see?
Hold up 1 second because you have... Okay, you're a lot further up.
Still no beastman. Sadness.
Hang on one. Double check. Let me just make sure that you can't like. I'll give it to you because it's just skimming the side, and technically the sides are leafier branches, so you can see there's 1 beastman, 1 Ungor up in this position. Apparently, perhaps on watch. Also, sorry guys, I should have cleared that out for you as well, because you can see up there.
I'm going to raise my hand and motion for the party to basically be quiet, and I'm going to try to move forward carefully. So, do I roll concealment or silent move?
I will accept either at this moment.
I'm gonna fake this because come on.
Remember, you did do a half move to get up here, so your next movement would count on your next turn.
Yep.
As you look
Okay,
up,
that's fine.
you can see the Ungor is eating something. You're an elf. It's eating a human leg. Olivia.
Oh, okay. I'm not muted. I'll move behind Aurelia. To here. Is that
Sure.
okay? It's not too much tree.
I'll allow that, because you do all need to be able to move up, and you're... Technically, you could be on the side, so you'd be 1 square in Aurelia's square and 1 in... You could jigger it, so yeah, I'll allow that. You can also see the Beastman, who appears to be numbing down on a human leg. The Dancing Prince. You all hear a voice now, booming out, echoing through the ruins. I didn't drink enough of me tea. 1 second.
The evil voice sips tea menacingly.
I am the master of this domain. You beast shall leave here. You are not worthy to claim this curse, this disease. Be gone and take your filth elsewhere. I will not accept challenges from mere creatures like you. The sounds of the beastmen increase. The monstrous beastman, or the monstrous creature that you heard, begins crying out even louder. It's consistent now. It's bestial roars and challenge, but you don't hear any words.
Did that booming voice sound at all unnatural?
To be honest, it sounded like a knight, someone in full plate, someone who is heavily protected. It's unnatural how far it travelled, and it was unnatural how booming it was, but you could imagine a spell that could increase a human's vocal, the volume.
Yeah, no, that's...
Okay,
Okay.
so we are dealing with a Bretonian knight with a megaphone.
Possibly.
Does the voice sound familiar to Casper?
Slightly. It doesn't sound exactly the same as in your head, but it could be because it is muffled.
Okay.
So Magness, have you you moved, squiggled your way up?
Ah, yes, I must do that. Yes. Yes.
You can move through allies freely, but you just can't end with 3 squares on theirs.
That's both moves.
Excellent. So Reese. Once you step out, I'll give it to you that in your move, at a very early stage, you see another beastman.
Wait, so is this still half move, by the way?
Yes, up to. So essentially through there to there is double movement.
Ah, okay. So that would be my fault.
But you do see the other beastman. He appears to be numbing on an arm. He's currently eating the fingers and spitting out the knuckles. Casper.
Okay.
Sorry, I did that horrendously. So these 3 meters here, hang on. Sorry, these 4 meters here are actually 8 meters.
Oh yeah, because it's right. I think I have enough movement to get to it.
You can stop anywhere in there though.
So yeah, get me to there would be my full movement. Okay.
You hear the sounds of a horrendous piece of metal just clanging on stone. Blackhand, you would know that that was not a normal sounding ring. That was like a dung of a piece of like wrought iron, or it is not something that has been crafted with care or love. There's a dull, solemn ring. There it is. Wow, is there any point rolling with you? I suppose I have to, because RNGesus and all. Well, fail. And well, actually no. This is laughable. I wanted to do it hidden so that if RNGesus was really loving them, I could fudge it, but I'm going to change that because it's just too laughable. Where was perception again? There it is. So they take a -10 because they're currently eating and in revelry. So their target... Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Yes.
So
What?
Sigmore.
I rolled the other one, so his target was 2 with an 18, and I was like, no, the guys they can all see this. They'll never get it. He rolls a 1. I mean,
Oh my god.
So
Well...
on a good note, he has 2 degrees of success. That's all. In this game, it does not mean that he automatically can do whatever he likes, like in D&D. And it's not the first one. It's not the second one. Not that one. Not that one. Definitely not that one. Ah, it's this one. So, this one, in the corner here, he has seen something. So, so he is eating. He continues to eat, because they're not intelligent creatures. Well, actually, no, there's no reason for one of the weakest creatures to... Oh, he thinks he sees something in the bushes. As he turns round, Reese, you see this Ungor look in your general direction. He spits out a knuckle as he bites off the thumb of the arm that he's currently holding. You hold your breath as he stares in your direction, looking through the trees as he spits out another knuckle. You watch him crunch down another, and he turns back. It's not interesting enough for him to. He actually got a 99, which is, he rolled a 1 and then a 99. Unlucky beast man. So, the rest of them are too far away. So, Blackhand, it is your turn.
Do I have line of sight?
No. No.
It would be...
I mean, I don't think your blunderbuss can reach that far. Plus, I imagine that your
I have
comrades
a
would
range
have
of
some
32.
issues. Yeah, but I imagine your comrades would have some issues as they're trying to make their way up a dwarf, just going, ah! Boom!
You say blunderbuss, but what if it's a sniper bus?
It might make the path a little broader, to be honest.
That might be an idea.
The foliage is in my way.
From where do I have line of sight?
So where Aurelia, Aurelia is, that's line of sight from there. So you'd have to get in front of the elves.
Could you ping it?
I can draw you a line. So I would count that as line of sight. However, because you are clipping the edge, I would give them so if you were shooting, there'd be a -10. If for your weapon, it's a +10 to their agility to try and get out of the way. If you want a clear shot, you would probably have to be somewhere around here or coming through here.
I'll do a rend action to there.
Sure.
Do
Yeah,
I see any?
I'll allow that as your movement. You know that there's a beast man up there. You can just, as you ran past, you looked up where the 2 elves are looking, and you could see a beast man. You don't see that he's eating anything, but you do see one. Come here, stop it. I mean it, stop. Sorry,
What's happening?
My pointer is being awkward. So as you are here, you can see that there are, in the pond, there are rubble and rocks, and this is impassable. You can't come this way over. If you want, you can go on the rocks, but that will be like agility or acrobatics tests to get over there. You can pretty much just see that it's a ruin. There's no one in there.
Okay.
Okay, so on to Ragnar. You're up.
Alright, so this bit takes double the movement.
Yes, so that would be 8 meters to move the 4 there. But you can stop anywhere in it.
If I do a full move, I end up a meter in.
Sure.
So I'm gonna end up there. Can I do it? It's not really worth doing a charge for an extra meter at this point.
You could do a run. If you want to run, you can do a run action. There's more than enough. It's not silent by any means. There are cries and howls, and imagine a load of animals being herded, whilst also being in heat and being fed. There's a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
So you can run without malice.
I'll move one further then, because that's as far as I can go with a run.
So, on the next turn, everything pretty much carries on exactly the same. More cries, more misery, more sadness.
Business as usual in Warhammer.
Yeah, pretty much, when dealing with beast men.
Okay, so they don't currently see us, correct?
They don't see you, no. You can't see the other one up there. That's for the other side. And technically the other side can't see the one that you can see.
If I were to move here, would I be able to see him?
Yes. I wouldn't give you a negative for the little bit of green that you clip there. That doesn't count. So that would just be a plain shot.
I'm gonna do a full move to carefully move over here. Let me just. So, can I be here, or I don't know if I can actually stay in where I am.
If you can move over so that you're only 1 square in the bush, then that's perfectly fine.
Hold up then, because I did this. So, yeah, no, I can't. The best I can do is here. I can't actually move here. It will be one more move than I can run here. So
yeah,
I'll run here.
There's perfectly fine. So you run over to there. That's your turn.
As quietly as possible with my concealment.
So it would break your concealment running. However, as you get closer, you wouldn't. I'll give you the metagame. Essentially, is that there's a -10 to them hearing anything because it's loud. They're making a lot of noise. So they have to actually pass with another degree. Plus, there's another -10 on their roll. So the only reason he saw you is because he got 2 degrees of success, but then his willpower was weak. So yeah, you can easily tell that now from hearing them, all the noise that they're making. Livia.
I'll move up next to Aurelia. The full move.
The booming voice of the challenger comes in again. This time not, you can just about hear it. He's not projecting his voice as far. And it sounds as if they have engaged in combat. Let me move him there. Move him to there. Right. And I'm just going to roll D100s and see how it goes for them. So Magness, you're up. Magnus.
Yes. I am essentially gonna fall too short of my run distance, but
Sure.
I'm gonna go to actually turn around the token, and the second character would follow closely behind Magnus.
Okay, so Carla and Magness.
He
joined
seems
at
to
the
be
hip.
competent. Know what he's doing. Like he's got a pointy stick.
Fair enough. Your characters fall in behind each other in a well-practiced routine. Reese, you're up. I'm bad with names, and I have to remember 14 names for this. 15 if you encounter the player with 2 characters, plus the other season's characters. Oh. Okay, so Reese, from where you are, you would be able to see the faint outlines of a much larger beast man.
Ooh, big meaty boy.
This beast man that you can see, although it's only the back and shoulders, you can see that rather than these like hunched over, more man than beast creatures, this thing looks more beast than man, with huge muscular shoulders. And was that a full move? Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So Casper, you were up.
Right. From the book.
Okay, so for you, good sir, I need to start doing some rolls. There's only 2. One of them failed his, so he's not going to do his again. So, perception, there you are, -10. Nope, he carries on eating his human leg. He's worked onto the toes now. You can see him suckling on the big toe, nibbling at the nail. For those of you who can see him, which is Reese and Olivia, Aurelia, he seems to really enjoy those toenails. He's really chomping away at them.
TMI.
Wow, how do beastmen see anything?
They don't.
They don't. This is how the dwarf gets close.
They see villages and then they run at them, and that's it, really.
It really is. I'm not. Well, I suppose these ones aren't the main ones. Blackhand, you were up. I suppose it's the beastigores and the actual beastmen that do the looking.
Aren't gores the actual beast man?
Ungors aren't. Gores are. But apparently in this game they can't see. So it's like beastigores and up, I'm guessing, that can actually do the seeing.
I ran to there. Short little legs goes in overdrive.
So what I'll say, was basically I'm going to move your token slightly. So what we're going to have you do is occupy one of Magnus's squares and one of the squares that you're on. Oh damn it! Go there. We go. Just so it keeps to you can have one square in an allies and one square in the bushes. I think that is, yeah, one square in the ally, one square in the bushes.
Fine for me.
Ragnar, you're up.
I'm gonna take he's probably gonna run because it's gonna take a full move to get out of this bit. He's probably
Sure.
he sees people getting a little bit out of his sight, and he's like, I've got to catch up. And I think that's all he can do.
Sure, that's perfectly fine. Let's spin you around. And the next turn. So, nope, it would all carry on as. No, let's roll a d100 just to make sure. Nope, all carries on. So, Aurelia. Olivia. Aurelia. It is Aurelia.
I'm going to.
You can see that some of your comrades have moved up. Although none of you have communicated anything to each other.
Is the facing of these Ungors correct?
Yes.
Are they all facing this way?
Yes.
I'm gonna strike at one of the Ungors then with my arrow.
Okay,
I'm gonna fire my arrows at this one right here.
sure.
So, longbow.
You gain a plus 20 because it's unaware of you.
Okay. I still hit anyway, so.
Okay, it cannot dodge. Wow.
You know, if I knew I was gonna get a Righteous Fury, I might have aimed for someone else, but it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, so there's -2 armor anyway. They don't have any armor, so you can roll Ulrich if you want. You get an extra one.
Jesus Christ. Well,
It's
still
still
24
an extra
damage.
one, so it's fine. So you fire your 2 shots, and in fact, the first shot striking the Ungor straight through the eye, just back of the skull. The second shot hitting it in the neck, stopping it from making any noise. It slumps to the ground. We'll find out on the other Beastman's turn if they realise.
Find out on the next episode of Beastman's Turn.
Oh, he's just fallen asleep. It's fine.
Well, he might notice this time.
Are you gonna eat a magic dart?
Yes, I am. I think I can move there.
You would gain a plus 20 to your. Oh, you can't do. You can't do
can't reach.
channeling, so it would just be a normal spell. Oh, can you not reach? Okay.
Yeah, I'd need to be within 60.
Ah, okay. So, well, you can probably do. Magness, you're up.
To here. And she God damn it! Okay, to here, there. Ugh. Swear to God, this is.
Reese, you would probably just be able to make out that one of the Ungors has just gone down. Yeah, you'd be able to see that he's just hit the ground, slumped forwards. You saw Aurelia fire her bow. Okay. Casper.
That's it.
Casper, you could imagine that that Aurelia killed whatever she shot at because there's no noise. Well, except from the...
That's Aurelia.
True. One of the arrows looked like it had the power of her people wrapped behind it. It didn't amount to much, though.
So I can make a full move here, and then they have to make a perception test or something? Or run, sorry.
So on their turns, they're going to take perception tests. They are going to have a bonus for however close they were to the one that fell. And negatives for how far away they are. If you do get too close, obviously it also gives them a plus. Oh, I need to keep my teacup. Okay. Beastman. You do nothing. You do nothing. You swing your... Ooh. So would he... Oh, wow. Okay. So you hear a cry from the beast man, from, yeah, the monstrous creature, as it seems to roar in pleasure, and you hear the sounds of, well, you hear the sounds of fighting, but someone's apparently getting their ass kicked. That one's dead, so we will remove you. You're still too far away. You're still too far away. You're... Oh, hang on. Hang on. You are in the middle of something. Oh, no. You would have seen. Or you would have a chance to see. So you roll with a plus.
Alright, I'm going to get detected.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, Jesus, two ones in one session. Okay.
You hates us.
You hear a cry that you haven't heard before. And we'll see what... hang on, did I roll the right... Yes, I did roll the right one. So, this one would then turn. Does he see anything? No, that would be too much. So, he does nothing. This one, however, is the problem child. He turns. He sees a dead body. He then moves. Hang on. One, 2, 3. He does a half move, sees the rest of the group coming down, and roars. No tests need to be taken. He's then going to move another 5. He's going to move 4. And he's going to straighten up. Okay, yeah. Then he's going to move 5. Reese, a gore moves up within smacking range. It doesn't smack, but it's within smacking range. The other gore. Okay, he needs to make an intelligence test. Does he drop his human hand?
This guy's got a blooming...
Or does he attack with it?
It's got red on him. Fancy clothes and shit.
This the beast gore attacks charges Reese. Reese, a Ungor. Yes. Did I roll the right one? Yes. Ungor comes charging at you. He swings an arm at you, a human arm. But now it's going to say a sword, hand weapon, is a human arm. I rolled a 1 and a 99, which is exactly what I rolled earlier. Nuffle, honestly...
I'll just sort of like lean backwards and say, no thanks,
It's avaricious.
Honestly, my luck recently has just been spectacular in exactly this way. 1s and 100s and constantly rolling the same number. So a human arm comes swinging in, missing a few digits, as this hideous beast gore swings an arm at you. The rest of them are now alerted.
Bitch slap from the death.
I just confuse it with the word. There you go.
He runs up. I was hoping he would get further, but would he stop doing what he's doing? That's actually a good point. I'm glad I had them here. Would they stop doing what they're doing? They're having fun. Oh, yes, submit. Oh, fuck. God damn it, Nuffle! Yes, he stops what he's doing.
Please no.
Nuffle hates us.
Nuffle, please. We can work this out. I know we can.
Black Hand. You can hear the sounds of beast men roaring in the distance. I'll give it to you all. The alert has been sprung. They know you're here.
Yeah, shit.
I guess I can see that one.
No. So, Blackhand, when you want to try and ask if you can see something, that is acceptable. That would be no negatives. That is negatives. If you're passing through a lot of trees, there's negatives. You can't see through the trees and you can't see through. But the like 1 square around, I'll give you, that's very light foliage that you can see through. But yeah, once you get into full squares, you can't see through that. You cannot.
That is negative.
You cannot shoot. That would be a negative because you're passing through full squares of multiple squares, and you cannot shoot your blunderbuss with anyone in. You would know this, that your blunderbuss kills everything in its line of path. So if you fire at the moment, you will hit Magness. You will probably hit Livia. Aurelia, and yeah, Reese and the Beastman. I think it's like a 2-inch.
I mean, you can hit Aurelia, no problem, but like the rest of us.
I mean, if you really want to hit Aurelia, you should know she's gonna get real.
Yeah, the blunderbuss is a great weapon, but you have to have direct line of sight. No allies in the way, otherwise you will hit them.
Not only that, hitting Livia will also earn the ire of the Azrael, so, you know.
Yes, with their 1 damage, they go to you.
Pointies.
Long legs, who needs them?
Exactly. Yeah.
People who want to get somewhere.
Ow. That hurts.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Blackhand? So, for example, Blackhand, you can move up to this area here because you will share 1 square with Aurelia. That's fine.
Can I move to the point of the blue arrow?
Yes, you can move to there. That's fine.
That is my action.
Oh no, sorry. That's so you wouldn't be able to do that because you've got 2 full squares in the green. You can have 1 square in the actual bush. That's fine. You can't have 2.
So there.
Can you remove your
No.
your ruler so I can? Because currently your ruler is kind of. Who's got the blue? Yeah.
In the way.
So, where are you? Hang on. You can go in this area here, there, and then you're not sharing anyone else's square. You've just got 1 square in the green, and I'll give you that little nub in there because that doesn't really count.
Okay.
Okay, you're facing the right way. Right. Ragnar.
He's probably just. You said we're all aware that
Yes.
they've been alerted now. He's just going to shout, "He gone and bloody done it now!" As he continues to try and catch up, where the fighting's good.
Yes. Aurelia, you're up.
What is the penalty for firing into combat again? It's minus 20, correct?
Yes. And if you miss with 1 degree, you hit your comrade.
Nah, I'm not gonna miss. I'm going to knock an arrow, aim, and I'm gonna fire at the one at the left. So I'm just gonna roll flat because I got a plus 20. And boom.
Okay. So I mean, you've got -2 to their armor. They only have body. You've hit them in the head, so it's only their soak that applies. So, you strike the gore. Oh, why did you do that? Give me your... There we go. You strike the gore in the head. Your arrow sticks out of its skull, but it doesn't even notice it. It knocks back and just howls out. Olivia.
I can cast into melee, right?
Yup. The rulebook says there's no negative to shooting, firing spells into combat.
How is the one to the left of him doing?
The one that
What I'm
you're looking
pointing-
at now has an arrow stuck out of his forehead.
And he isn't down?
No, he's not down. He's pissed.
Well, I'll
The other one
try
looks
to
perfectly
cast
fine.
it that way.
That one is swinging a human arm around as a weapon, though.
I don't know, which one seems less of a threat? The one without a decent weapon, or the one with an arrow in his forehead?
The one with... You would know that because it's mechanically, an arm would be an improvised weapon, whereas whatever that thing's swinging is a weapon. So it's like -4 to the damage roll.
Okay, I'll try to channel.
Sure.
Fuck. And I'll try to cast anyway.
Sure. Hey, you're only using one magic die, so no harm in trying.
Well, nope. Apparently. Just whiffs.
You cannot bind the winds of magic to your needs. Ooh. It would get a parry, so it would probably fail that. So he does a little bit. So Magness, you're up.
Probably all the unbelievers next to me.
Sort of, you're surrounded by dwarves. That's it. They're cancelling out the winds of magic by their disbelief.
Yeah, that's it. Stumpy-legged bastard.
I'm just gonna run to here. Woo! The words though, and Carlo is gonna go to here.
Them's fighting words.
They were real fighting words.
It's alright, I'll get into range one of these days.
So Reese, you're currently outnumbered by 2 beastmen. One swings an arm at you. Oh, actually, you know what, Aurelia, there shouldn't have been a -20 to your shot because that beastman that you shot isn't in combat. He ran up to combat, so no one swung at him. He hasn't actually engaged yet. So my apologies.
If I knew that, I would have fired twice. It's fine, it's fine.
I'll call out my fuck ups, but you don't get another shot. Reese, one arrow has a one of the larger beastmen has a arrow sticking out of his forehead. The other one swings a human arm.
Red.
Yes, the one in red has an arrow in his forehead. The one above you is swinging a human arm at you and missing.
Is it time to roll an attack? I'll go for the one with the unicorn.
Which one?
The unicorn.
The Ungor?
The one with an arrow sticking out his head.
Ah, okay, sorry.
You.
Sorry, I'm just like, did he read that wrong? Or am I spelling it wrong? Okay. So you swing for the one that actually has a weapon. Oh, actually. Never mind, you can keep that -20. So the ones with reds, the one in red, they actually have shields.
Oh.
So that -20 would have worked. Sorry for Aurelia. So for your attack, he does have a parry. So I need to click on there and then parry. And he parries your attack. Casper, you're up.
Alright, what's this guy holding?
He is holding a shield and a hand weapon of some description. The other one has a human arm. You would know, for whatever reasons, that casting magic into combat has no negatives.
Yeah. I'm going to channel.
Sure.
Hey. Alright.
Basically, the aim action of a mage. I channel.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Drop on him.
Okay.
So, I might use ingredients. Okay. Ah,
Sadness.
if I wasn't wearing armor, I
one
would have got
off.
that.
Oh, hold up, you're wearing armor?
Yeah,
You're a mage. Mages shouldn't be wearing armor.
but I'm also a fighter mage. I have pretty good weapon skill, so I've been in melee a few times.
Just makes it harder to geek the mage. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's why you learn the magical armor spell.
I can't do that yet, though. I'm a little while off that.
Another Ungor enters the fray. Unfortunately, these ones have had time to draw their weapons. They're not wielding limbs, unfortunately. So, Reese, would you like to parry? Reese?
Duka.
Hello.
Would you like to parry or lose an arm? It's up to you.
You can pick, really. If it's all the same to you.
No pressure.
Hey, I chose to get shot by a shotgun last week in Dark Heresy. I just felt like it.
That's a bad
Oh,
move,
yeah, how
though.
did that go?
At point blank, it was a bad idea. But
That's
the God Emperor
better than
protects.
me.
not a good idea.
Wait, where's Perry, by the way?
Parry is in your weapons slot. It will be right next to your damage and attack. It was all right. A lot of it took like an hour for me to have a turn. So you take 9 damage to the left arm. Please remove any toughness and armor points. I imagine about 5 of that went through, maybe a little bit less. However, you do not have a reaction for the human arm that is coming out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. Well,
Nope.
he misses. I should, you know what? Let's give him. Let's do a D100. He rolled a 93, so the arm goes flying into the woods. He's now unarmed, technically.
Could you say? You could say that you disarmed him. Don't look at me like that. Someone had to crack that pun.
And that someone had to be you. It's fine. I understand.
I would judge
know
whoever did it.
I know the feeling. I sat here thinking I should, but I won't. The Ungors seem to be stupid enough that they have clustered up, but they can't exactly get through. Blackhand, it is your turn. I mean, how much do you like Reese, really?
I mean, he's really just like a random guy.
I think friendly fire is a bad
Kind of showed up,
precedent.
was kind of moody, and then just, we don't have to save these people. Come on.
We saved 3 women. We lost 1 man. It's fine.
You forgot. You can't forget about the children's.
Yeah, we did kill. Let's see.
You sick motherfucker.
So, Blackhand, just for future reference and for other people who haven't used Roll20 that much, if you click on your token and you click on it so you can move it around, and then you right click, it will place a measurement marker. So you can mark out distance, and whilst you're still clicking on your token, so you don't have to use the ruler and then remove the ruler, and just for future. Ragnar,
Okay.
you're up.
Can I squeeze in there?
Yes, as long as yes, there's enough room for you to do that. Yep, perfect. Aurelia, you're up. You've got a few targets now.
Nice. Is he now in combat?
Yes, he's now in combat. He does have a shield. The other ones around him, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure the Ungors don't. Oh, actually, sorry, the Ungors all have shields.
So all the Ungors have shields?
Yes.
Then I should be taking a -20.
Except
for firing
from
at them.
the one with who's just thrown the human arm, he has no weapons. The one that you shot earlier didn't have his shield out. He was chewing on a human leg.
Yeah, I want to shoot at the one that I just damaged. Does he have a shield?
He doesn't. He does have a shield. So all of them have shields now, except from this one that I'm pinging. So if you want to shoot at the one that you shot last time, there would be a -40 because he is in combat and he has a shield.
That is bad. Okay. I'm actually gonna fire the ones at the back then, if I can. Would I take any? Do I take any penalties for firing at this one?
No.
Just the shield, right?
Yes, just the shield. They won't actually block each other. They're not trained to do that.
I'm gonna fire then 2 arrows at him. If I miss by only 1, I'm hoping I'm gonna hit them anyway. So. Okay, that's 1 miss and 1 hit. Okay. And that's the damage.
Oh, sorry, I thought you hit with both. Okay, so you shoot him in the arm, and the arrow digs deep, but he is still up. He is still pissed and still trying to get into the fight. Livia, you're up.
How bad exactly is my line of sight?
You can essentially see everyone because you're using magic. They're kind of directed, so you don't have to worry about shooting through your comrades with your particular weapon. So you can basically hit all of them. It would only be so single hit. Obviously, there's no problem. Area of effects, yeah. If anyone's in your way, hit for them.
Okay, let's try that again then. Good start.
Yeah, the magic darts are basically directed, so you won't suffer any negatives from allies.
It's like magic missile,
Pretty much.
except
Oh,
you
wait.
can't cast it in the darkness.
And that's 1 insanity.
It seems quite shocked to see this dart come flying at it, and it just hits it and just sticks to it, and it just doesn't really know what to think. More sounds
No,
of
it's
combat.
a fail.
Oh, sorry, no, yeah, it was a fail. Sorry, I was looking at the casting number for some reason. I thought that was damage.
But I would have gotten Ulrich's Fury. Actually, can I re-roll that?
You can if you want to use a fortune point.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, then by all means.
That's at least no insanity.
Nuffle does.
Abandon reason. Let chaos in.
I blame the dwarves.
Magness, you are up. Now,
And
unfortunately, where Reese has gone, he is
Yep.
kind of taking up the entire of the fighting area.
I'm just gonna stand here and let him figure this out.
Fair enough. And Carla,
And hey, you said the name right.
it's a 50-50 at this moment.
And here, and that's about it.
Reese, you are up. Now, if you wish to, Reese, you can roll. You can basically choose to do a disengage action, but rather than leaving combat, you'll be moving in combat. So you can move over to allow your comrades to move up, or you can do an agility roll and succeed, and move that way in combat. There will be a -10 to the agility roll. A success on the agility roll. So if you'd
And
like
you
to
rolled
move
as
over,
Billy Bob.
Wait, what? Oh shit.
it is the right character sheet though, yeah.
Should I reroll?
Is it the right character sheet?
It was not.
What's Reese's agility? Because obviously, if it's 42, then no, you can't keep it.
Okay, never mind. I failed.
So you failed. You can choose now. You've basically used a half as a fail. You used a half action. You could try again. But that if you fail, you won't be doing anything. You're stuck in the middle.
I can't disengage now, can I?
No. So you can do a standard attack, or you can do another agility test. They're your two options. With the right character sheet, of course.
Ow! Shit!
Someone failed a real life agility test.
Yes! Yes, I did! Ow, I heard it.
Casper, you're up as you watch Reese try to kind of dodge and weave in combat and reposition his feet, and just the beastman just kind of step forwards, blocking his movements, and then he quickly strikes out with his rapier, but the beastmen just move out of the way or bring a shield up.
I could move up 1 square, couldn't I? I'm not in 2 squares, am I? If I'm in...
I'm
2 squares agree.
You're on the cusp of what I would allow. You have got 1 full square, plus you've got some other little bits, but there is room for you to move around, and the way that it's drawn, it's fine. But to go more into the bushes, you can move through the bushes, but it's hard terrain. So it's essentially double movement. Or fighting within a bush is a -10 to your attacks.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay where I am and do another channeling test.
Sure.
Nope. Casting spells it is. Magical dart, why not?
It's sad that Nuffle is really being a bit of a bitch at times, because most of our rolls, well, most of the PC's rolls are over 50%, and mine are kind of on 50. But yeah,
Son of a...
Yeah, but yours are on 50 the way where you roll a 1 or a 99.
true. That's how mine are going at the moment. So
I think I just got a sanity point. Insanity point.
I believe that's the case when you get a when you roll a 0. You can, if you want, use a fate point to re-roll it.
Yeah, I probably should. Try again. Feel, but it's not a crippling feel. Okay.
Okay, so most of the beastmen are unable to move. You can still hear the sounds of battle going on within the ruins. Reese, the big beast man swings at you again, and I actually forgot they get another +10 because fair enough.
Doesn't matter.
Because they are teaming up on you. There's 2 against 1. The next beast man, the Ungor, he would also get this extra +10, and we'll see if Nuffle continues to give me high. Yes, high. Okay, on a high roll. That'll do. Keeps people alive for a little bit longer. Those 2 can't do anything. Or actually, they can do something. So the one up here disappears.
Ooh.
Blackhand, you're up. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a bug when you use the ruler. I just looked at my screen, I saw, oh yeah, I can see where the Beastman went. Oh well.
Can I go to there?
No.
There?
No, because you're sharing 2 squares with Magness. Yeah, you can only.
There, right?
Unfortunately, Riz kind of bottlenecked us.
Yeah, it's like we're all stuck behind him. Like, come on.
I mean, if the Lord's man wants to just, solo the Beastman, I'm like fine with that.
Unfortunately,
No skin
Nuffle
off
did
my
kind of will it that a Beastman would notice and would, I could see what Reese was planning, but unfortunately the Beastman got there first. What would you like to do, Blackhand? You can move through the bushes, but there's a minus. It's double movement, and it's -10 if you're fighting in the bushes. So even if you're shooting out of I would probably allow you shooting out if you were just inside of the bush, the tree line, and you're shooting out, and there's 1 square, that like half square. I'd give you no negatives, but if you're fighting within the bush, there are negatives.
Problem is that I don't really have a lot of room to go to.
Oh no, if you guys want to go into the bushes, I'll open up more of the map for you. But if you're not going in the bushes, then that's bad guys' territory. I will reveal this bit because I missed it.
Can I move to there?
Again, as long as you've got 2 squares in clear path, you can have 1 square in the greenery and 1 square in a friendly spot. But you have to have 50% of your squares of the sand. Of the dusty kind.
I don't think I can move anywhere.
Then you'll have to either hold a half action or pass your turn.
I will hold for half an action.
Okay. You can do that. Ragnar, you're pretty much in the same position unless you want to go into the shrubbery.
I might just take into the shrubbery and move here. I'll take the negatives. It's a full move anyway, so I can't really do anything either way.
So you share a point, So what I'll say is you've skirted up along the side. So let me get the ruler out just to make sure. So you were there, to there. Yep, no, that's fine. So that's a full move. You're now in melee range. Reese is no longer taking the negative. The beastmen aren't getting a negative. In the next turn you can attack. There'll just be a -10 to it. Right, new turn. Olivia.
I'm gonna
Aurelia.
fire at the same dude that I fired before. And I'm gonna fire twice again at him. Because
Sure.
fuck that dude in particular.
Okay, so the body and the head.
Ooh. Can I actually fire that Yurik's Fury at someone else?
No, Ulrich decided to crump that guy.
Sadly, you wouldn't be aware. You wouldn't be aware.
I'm aware. I am
If it's worth killing, it's worth overkilling.
Exactly, no
There's
killing.
this thing as overkill.
Like overkill.
Yeah.
So you strike the Ungor. The first shot striking it in the body, it kind of pushes up and it lowers its shield slightly as your second shot just goes straight into the throat, up and out through the back of his skull. He's very much dead. Poor Ungor. Never really did much, but take part in some disgusting acts. Olivia, you're up.
Well,
Hey.
Just.
well, I can't roll a 1 now, so. For fuck's sake.
What'd you say?
You can use a fortune point if you'd like to re-roll it.
Oh, God.
I only had 2, and I used them.
Willpower test.
So yes, I believe it's a willpower test. If you fail, you gain 1 insanity.
Oh, something.
Okay,
Hey.
so you're given a glimpse of the darker sides of the winds, or your brain overheats. I can't quite remember how they describe it, but you're able to use your willpower to put those images aside. You would get 1. He fails, and you do not suffer any ill effects. However, you can hear. I failed. You can hear inside the ruins just what sounded like a one-sided battle, where clearly the beastmen had the better of it. Now you hear the giant creature howling in pain. Magness, you're up.
I can't really do anything, so pass?
Sure. Is that
And-
2 passes?
Yeah, I really can't do anything.
Casper, how have you got 0.5, or did you edit that yourself?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, not Casper. Reese.
No.
You now have 47.5. I was just wondering.
Right. If I disengage, will anyone be able to sneak past?
You can move through friendly units freely, or you can move over to make more room. I'll leave that up
You
to you.
could use a half action to maneuver him. You do an opposed willpower test and knock him back a square.
I'm just trying to think what I could put in though.
You can go into the bushes, but then you take a -10 to your attack roll. But the more people you get into the combat, the more chance there is of ganging up bonuses, and so on.
Right, I'll I'll just fling myself in a bush then. not the first time.
Sure. Okay. So are you doing a disengage action and then moving over?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So room has been made for the group to come in and fight the evil that is assailing them. Casper, take your turn, good sir.
Alright, channeling test and spell. Hey, okay, and I'll eat another dart.
I think that thing's dead.
Oh well.
Sadly, Nuffle is just not with our magic casters tonight.
The winds are a bit shit tonight.
They certainly are. It might be this. Oh, I missed your attack. Oh, you missed anyway. Oh, did I miss? Did I accidentally? Nope. You're all the way down there. Fine. You're in there, still doing heinous things. You're still doing heinous things. Or they would have had. No, not enough of them have died yet. So this one, seeing that it is getting shot at, it doesn't want to get shot at, so it's going to go bye-bye. Okay, so it can't move as far. Damn it.
That only pops up if you have the right click.
Yeah, I keep forgetting as I'm like, okay, yeah, you're going to go, oh yeah. So, the Gore that is now fighting Ragnar. It swings its weapon at you, Ragnar. And misses. The other one is going to half action draw its weapon. So it now has a hand weapon. And then half action attack Reese. It misses. The other one is dead. You are in there. Claire, you're attacked as a Ungor charges at you from within the forest. Give another square over. Damn it, Carla. God damn it, see, I wasn't thinking then. I was just like in my own little world, like, okay, so he comes around here, he attacks you. So he just gets a +10. +10, -10, so it's flat. He misses. So yeah, Carla, you have been attacked.
Oh shit! There's one right next to me.
Blackhand. There is an Ungor that is charged out of the woods and swiped its crude hand weapon at Carla, but missed.
Flipping ninja beastman, holy shit.
They can move through rough terrain freely, but they still take negatives to combat.
Half aim attack?
So you don't aim with a blunderbuss. You just fire it.
Roll damage?
Let me have a look at this. Because so it travels in the same width as you. So it goes 2 squares for the distance that you're firing. Now, it is engaged with Carla. Yes, it is engaged with Carla. So you're firing at it on a diagonal. So you're point blank. So I'd probably say that she's safe. You won't hit her. So I'm going to declare that the Ungor gets an extra +10 to its agility. Yes, because that would make up for the -20 that you'd get for shooting at it. But then it has a shield. So it must all apply to its agility. Okay, so Blackhand, if you want to shoot it, it does have a shield out. You would just roll damage. On a 9, we go to the critical effects for ballistic weapons.
Okay.
So you roll a 4. Well, you get a 4. So with a 1, so as you point your blunderbuss at the beastmen, the Ungor, you fire. There is a resounding boom, and the smell of black powder. I'm just gonna give it its bonus for its shield. That's a +20, sadly. It succeeds as it comes out and strikes at Carla. You raise your blunderbuss, aiming towards its body. It dives back, and the shot scatters into the underbrush. Ragnar, it is your turn. I just want to check up the shrapnel rule effect to see if it is a straight ability. I think it is. So what's your... Oh yeah, Ragnar, you were attacked by a beastman. So do you want to...
Yeah.
There is a -10 for you being in the bushes, but if you use a half action to aim, you'd be rolling flat.
Yeah. Can I... Isn't an attack half action as well? So can I do 2 attacks?
If you have 2 attacks as a characteristic, so on your secondary profile, if it says 2, you can do a quick attack where you do 2 attack rolls with -10s to them.
Okay.
If you've only got 1 attack, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, I'll do the aim and attack.
Okay.
Negate the -10.
Fine. Just roll it flat. Don't put a modifier in because they cancel each other out.
Yeah. Dodgy one, this one.
As you strike up at it, it steps out of the way, sadly. Or no, let's say you misjudge and you strike a bush branch. It is Aurelia.
Okay. Next time. These are in combat, and this one is also in combat, correct?
Yes.
And they all have shields. Okay.
Actually, I need to... No, it's still got a 30. Because I was thinking one of these is equipped... Oh, no, it's the one in the combat with Reese. It has... The one in combat with Reese, actually, Aurelia, you would note, doesn't have a shield. So, this one here only has a hand weapon.
Okay, so... I'm gonna fire 1 arrow at him. Because I don't want to, miss by too much.
You don't miss, but you hit exactly.
And that's it.
With 12 damage going into the Ungor, you strike it, and you can see that your arrow penetrates deep, close to the heart. The beast staggers, and breathing becomes very heavy and forced, but it stays standing somehow. I am going to be right back. I'm dying for a pee. So there will be a 1 minute break. If you can run and power pee out like I can, by all means, go ahead. But otherwise, Aurelia, Olivia, have a little think about your turn, and I'll be right back.
The same shit as every turn.
I mean, look, at least you're participating in combat.
I mean, you're about to.
Yeah, but so far I was like, from 5 turns straight, I'm just like providing moral support on both characters. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be ready.
I mean, I'm standing in the back. I'm going slowly insane.
How do you
Yeah,
think?
but at least you have
Only
some
if you
form
fail
of
the
ranged
bar.
attack.
How do you think
Also-
Ragnar's been feeling? He's just been slowly plodding along like Gimli.
They got attacked by a guy with an axe. No, handle.
Well, yeah, but that's your fault for choosing a dwarf. To be honest, yeah.
Yeah. And also
Yeah.
rolling awfully for agility and wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to use that special thing he can do to buff that up a little bit, because
And the back. So, Olivia, if you're still there, would you like to roll an
Yeah.
attack?
Same thing as last time. With different results. Hopefully.
Success with your channeling. Come on.
Oh,
that's 3 1s for
oh my god.
spell casting.
No. Now this.
Oh, willpower roll, I guess.
Yeah. Sadly.
Winds of magic are a bitch tonight.
They really are. I mean, this is quite shocking.
It's just because you're trying to yeet it past 2 dwarves. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Magness, you're up. There is now space for you to move up into glorious combat. Or you can aid the screaming woman behind you.
I don't think I can. Oh wait, whose turn is it?
Magnus's.
Charge into the fray, into the glorious melee with the Mr. Double Axis at this sheet. Weapons.
I will remind you that I do allow fighting on corners. So I'm just thinking if you move up another 2... No, never mind. You couldn't squeeze another one in. I was looking to see if you could, but sadly not.
And Magnus rolls as usual.
There would have been another +10 because you are ganging it up on the
And
creature.
Magnus rolls
but-
as usual.
Yeah, the curse of Magnus continues. Carla, a beastman is attacking you. You can see that it is struggling to maneuver properly in the thicket.
I'm gonna whack him with my walking stick.
That.
Of course, Carla hits.
Okay, so
Carla is a good
let's
girl.
get the ungore. So it does actually take a -10 to its parry test. And it fails.
Hey.
Roll us some damage. It's a quarterstaff, isn't it?
It's a hand weapon technically because we never agreed upon other equipment Carla has.
Sure.
So I'm just using essentially the hand weapon template.
Ah, okay. Okay, so it's just a hand weapon, sorted. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just flavoring it as a walking
So
stick.
essentially any weapon that the player chooses until it gets up to good quality could be anything. So you strike it in the arm, smashing into it, cutting, bruising deeply, and crunching bone. It is hurt, but not dead. Reese, it is your turn.
So do I get a -10 on my attack?
Yes, you do. So if you aim, it's a flat attack roll. Sadly, well, you do have fortune points.
Nah, I'll save.
Fair enough. Casper, you're up. You do also see the Beastman behind you attacking your new comrade.
Yeah. Oh, can I? Would I be in melee range with him?
So, if you want to attack him, you are within melee range, but no one has initiated combat between you two yet, so you can move around freely.
Okay. I'm going to do a channeling test. Hey. And cast Sleep. Oh, Nuffles, please, for the love of Nuffles. Yes! So this Ungor is now helpless.
So you touched a creature, slumber for 10 rounds unless a successful willpower test is made.
Yes.
I'm guessing that'll be on his turn. So do you want to roll a 1d10?
Sure.
As the creature falls, his eyes begin to...
8.
Ooh. His eyes begin to drift, slowly closing, as you must be somewhere else. They're quite enraptured in what they're doing. They know that something's going on, but they're happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A little disappointed I didn't actually use the magical dart that time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The one time.
I
The
know.
one time.
Even with a -1.
Look who's here.
Irelia. A beastman charges out of the foliage and attacks you. And he misses.
Hey!
As per usual, which is fine. I don't mind as long as Nuffle is going to give a Fantaketh. Against Magness, as he is the new one, and he's larger and easier to hit, other than this stunty, stunty bugger. But he misses as well. Carrying on the missing streak. The other one against Reese, he strikes out. And hits. Reese, would you like to parry? Or dodge, if you have dodge. Reese. Unfortunately, though, you fail in your parry. And you take another 6 as the Ungor smashes into your chest with a hunk of metal in the guise of a sword. So the Gore now takes a willpower test. There wasn't any minuses to it, so it's just a flat willpower.
Yep.
To see if he stays asleep. He fails, so he now has 8 rounds. Yes, 8 rounds of sleepiness. Black Hand. The beast man in front of you has just fallen asleep, standing up. Well, yeah, standing up for the moment. A strong breeze looks like it could knock him over, but also perhaps stir him.
Am I in melee range?
You're in melee range, but melee has not been engaged between you two, and the creature is asleep.
Can I drop my blunderbuss for free action?
Yes, you can, as a half action, draw and put away a weapon. So if you want to draw your axe, for example, you use a half action and you put away your blunderbuss and draw your axe. You do the 2 actions for 1 half action.
I draw my axe and I want to hit him.
Okay, so half action, you sling your blunderbuss over your shoulder on its strap, draw your axe, and strike at the creature. It's asleep, so there's a +20.
It's
You're ganging
helpless.
up. Oh, it's helpless, so
So it's an auto
it's
hit
plus-
and does 1 extra 1d10 damage.
oh yes, and this is auto hit, isn't it, for helpless?
Yep.
So if you roll your damage with a extra, what was it? 1d6.
D10.
Oh, an extra d10.
Yeah.
You can. No, it's yeah. There you go. So with 15 damage. Oh, we don't have a location. Well, drop the hammer, Blackhand, wherever you want to hit it.
I chop off his arm. He stumbles, and in the upswing, I slices his. So I chop off his arm where he stumbles, and then in the upswing to bring my axe up to level, I slice off his head.
And what a rude way to be awoken from a beautiful dream. And with that, it
Poor
falls to the
Ungar
ground.
woke up dead.
Ragnar, you're up. You now get another +10 because you're ganging up. So for you, that would be a +10 overall if you aim.
I can't exactly do much else with the other half action, so I'm gonna keep trying to aim at this dodgy Ungor. 10.
You hit it, but it does get a parry. And unfortunately, it quickly enough brings up its shield and knocks your axe aside. So Aurelia, a beastman has just attacked you.
Okay. Now I have 2 choices. Do a half move and accept an attack, or I can and then attack him, or I can draw a rapier and try to attack him. I'm going to accept the attack because I'm still shit in melee combat. I'm gonna move here, out of combat with him.
He misses.
And now I'm gonna punish him.
Hey, headshot.
Did you apply? I mean, actually, it wouldn't matter because even if you applied a -20.
Was he also in combat with?
No, he's got a
Lydia?
shield. No, he's got a shield.
Oh shit!
It
Sorry,
would
that
still
is
hit,
true.
wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Or does it
it
be
still would have hit
67?
it because it would be 67. Yeah.
So you strike it in the head. It again, for whatever reason, these poxy elven arrows, it's struck in the head. It goes deep into its skull, but it just kind of just sits there with a stupefied look on its face, and wavering slightly.
Aurelia will say, "Olivia, this one is mine. You should probably help the others."
I'm not sure if you really want to. Olivia, it's your turn. You can listen to your friend, or you could be like,
You can dash him in the face if you want. It's just that Aurelia wants to kill this one. You just try to smack her.
She's gonna turn around, concentrate for a second, and touch the Ungor.
I was going to say in turn order.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
Fuck!
So, Olivia, as you go to channel and you try to bring the winds of magic around, you bring too much into you, and please remove 1 wound.
Okay.
Ruffle does not make wins.
There's not much badness that can happen on a natural 100 channeling. It's like, take a wound, you've taken in too much power, and it's...
Can I still try to cast and make it
Sure.
worse?
You just max out that magic dice roll. It'll be
It's
perfectly
gonna
fine.
be a 1 again.
I mean, at some point this evening, I've got to succeed, right?
Yeah,
If you say so.
Probably.
Yes.
Hey!
there we
Hey!
go.
Okay, so don't cast magical dart anymore. Just sleep.
Okay, so roll a 1d10. On its turn, it will do its willpower check to see if it falls asleep. It will be for 5 turns. It fails. So 2 more attacks. Only 1 hits. Oh, hang on. He would get parry. He doesn't parry. Okay. So, Magness, you're up.
Yes.
Give us
yes,
another
yes,
beautiful
yes,
roll.
Sure. I swing at the beast man and
You
Hey!
hit.
You hit him,
Yay!
and he doesn't
Holy
have
crap.
a reaction. So, strike away.
Magness smush. Of course.
You've done something.
Okay, hang on a minute. So, oh.
I can't even parry because he parried my thing.
Yeah, he can't parry, which is good. Oh, actually, they do have 1 armor point. So he's got 1 armor as well. So, Magnus, you strike him and you strike him hard, but his innate toughness, along with the scraps of leather armor, seem to have kept him mostly intact. Although you do see some new blood stream from his arm, he's still standing. Carla, your foe that struck you out of nowhere is dead.
That's good. That's good.
You can thank the dwarf. And
So
Casper.
decapitated.
It was a tag team of those who believe and those who do not.
Listen, as far as he knows, I just sung a lullaby.
Oh shit! It's actually my turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've been distracted. Definitely did not remember an assignment. I have half an hour to turn in. No. I will like step to here, and that's about it.
Sure. Reese, you are up. Again, -10, +10 if you aim. Although actually Reese is pretty much the only one who's really taken any significant damage. So, yeah.
It's a change. It used to be Magnus.
You're up.
Magnus doing damage.
They haven't even tried really to hit the dwarf, so.
You strike him. He does not have a shield. He does have a poor weapon. So he can parry with that. There's a -10. He parries. Hang on, I did put a minus, didn't I? Yes. Yes. Sadly, Reese, the Beastman smacks your attack away. Casper, you're up.
Ooh, alright. Alright. I'm going to try this again. Channeling? Okay, that's not a good sign.
You were thinking about using magic darts, weren't you?
No? Drop.
Oh.
So I'm going to cast drop again on this guy. Yeah. Almost at -11. Hey! So he has to make a willpower test or drop whatever he is holding.
Okay. Willpower check. He fails, so the gore drops both of his weapons, his shield and his hand weapon.
will open him up for me.
He is utterly unarmed. You hear the cry of the beastman. He misses. Even my hidden rolls are pretty much the same, except from the occasional. Well, no, when I hide them from you guys, it's all good, normal shit. As soon as I show them to you, it's all ones. So the no, sorry, not the gore. Go away. The Ungor. Let's give him a willpower test to see if he sleeps for 5 turns or not. He does indeed. So this one here, again, much like the other, just his eyes grow heavy. Sleeps, standing up. This one is going to half action pick up his hand weapon, and half action smack the dwarf. Ragnar, would you like to parry?
Yes, I would. What is the roll for a parry?
So if you go onto your weapons tab, next to your attack and damage, there's another one that says parry. I give everyone a parry with every type of weapon. If it's defensive, you click the box and you get a +10. If it's a dagger, you have a -10. If it's a poor quality weapon, there's a minus as well.
Yeah, so I have my shield.
Your shield, so click the defensive box next to your shield and then click parry.
Nope.
Would you
Worth a
like to
shot.
fortune it?
You know what? Yeah, I'll use my last fortune for this. So. Nope.
Unfortunately,
Nuffles just continues to hate me.
You
Nuffles
take
is not
8
like you,
damage to the arm, which you probably don't take that much, to be honest. Imagine only 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Well, I've got 3 armor and toughness bonus of 3, so yeah.
2 damage. A piddly strike off your mighty dwarven arm. The other Ungor is going to attack Reese. And he misses. The other Ungor is dead. So, Black Hand, you're up. There is a sleeping Ungor behind you. Your comrades are still fighting in front of you.
How does a charge attack work?
Exactly the same as in Dark Heresy. Straight. The last 4 meters have to be straight. Or the last, 60% or whatever it is. Because most people's charge is a full move. So, yeah. So for you, it would be at least 4 meters have to be straight.
I can have 6 charge.
Yeah.
What would that be for damage?
Same as Dark Heresy, it's just a +10.
When do you hit?
Isn't it
I
a plus,
charged
isn't it
the
a +10?
sleeping Ungor.
Oh. So if you're attacking the sleeping Ungor, then you charge into him and then you auto attack. Auto damage. With another +10. So you don't actually have to roll anything.
I'm sorry. Who did you charge?
I just smash him in smithereens. Blood spouting over my armor.
And it dies beautifully. Ragnar, and as you kill it, Blackhand, you could see Aurelia just giving you the evil eyes, just like, just took my kill.
She had narrow knock. She was pointing at the younger. She just thinks, aim down just a little bit. It's gonna hit him right in the head. But I don't do it.
Ragnar,
I just want to, but I
you
don't.
are up.
I'm gonna take an aimed hit. It's still plus 10 because ganging up, right?
Yes.
God damn it, Nuffle.
Nuffle just doesn't want to give you that kill. And the sad thing is he's so battered. One good hit, well, one okay hit would end him. But as we get on to the next round, we will end it there for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll stop by next Thursday for the conclusion of this combat. Will our group of explorers shake off this bad luck that has clung to them over this last combat, or...
I don't know what bad luck you're talking about. Carla has a perfectly good dice.
Or
I know, right?
Nuffle
I
bless
killed 2 people, so I can't really complain.
And
But
you
also
stole a
hits.
kill.
We'll have to see in the next episode. So hopefully you'll join us then. And every time on Thursday, because I realise I don't say that enough, over on Twitch. Or you can catch the VODs over at my YouTube channel. Just search for my name.
Shilling.
I never do it, so I might as well. So yes, take care everyone, and as always, bye bye for now.
Something.